Baruch Hashem, we're here, Hanukkah. We're stepping into Hanukkah, the lights, the candles. What is Hanukkah? Hanukkah, so let's understand what Hanukkah is for us simple people. Simple people that are Anashim Pshutim, simple people that are connecting with the Etzem to Atzmas. So, what is Hanukkah according to Hasidus, according to Kabbalah for infants, for Kabbalah for people that are Achatichle Regel Menashik, Regel Achatichle Regel Menashik? What does it mean? We see that Yantav Hanukkah is a Yantav that is in Welt. It's in Welt. There's a revelation, an exposure of light in Welt. We're supposed to put the menorah is supposed to be Lamata Masaret Tvachim. We're not supposed to light it so high up because we're going into Netzachod, we're going into the bottom. It's supposed to be underneath, below the mezuzah, or whatever the measurement is. So what are we dealing with over here? What's going on? So we understand that the Welt, the fabric of Welt, everything that you're seeing, everything that we are experiencing is causing separation between our light inside, between the highest vibration from within, which means there's the panimi, the deep panimi, which is at the bottom of the heart, the highest vibration, ground zero. That's my impossible that I can make, that a person can want, his imagination that a person wants. And then when I'm bringing it in to Welt, I'm trying to make a yichud, I'm trying to connect. There is many layers and many separations between my desire and the outcome. Everything is a yichud. And this is what the Alter Rebbe, and this is what Chassidus and Kabbalah has exposed to us, has revealed to us. Everything is a yichud. The same yichidim that the Rehoben Eden are making with the Shemas, we are making. That is just the placenta, that is just the incubator that they are creating for us. But really the action is happening, which is our avodah. We are making the Yechidim here in Welt, we're making the Yechidim. In every step and every move, interacting, or just walking on the street and being besimcha, you're making a Yichid right now with whatever is in front of you, the nothingness that you may perceive as nothingness, but it is an energy, it's something, it carries something, then it's the neshama, it's the breath. Whatever we are breathing in, I saw this brought down somewhere, that the breath that we are taking is the same air that the Baal Shem Tov was breathing, and as they were breathing, the tzaddikim are breathing, they are doing different yichidim, they are making different connections, all types of connections in yichidim, and now that we down here are breathing in this air, it's changing our body, it's changing our mechanism. Hanukkah, we are given the permission, we are given the key is in each and every one of our hands. It's the same bechina as when the Kohen was lighting the candles in Beis Hamikdash. When the Kohen was lighting candles in Beis Hamikdash, he was the Kohen Ish Elyon, which is Chesed Elyon. It's the highest place from all. He brings down this kavana. He has a machshava, a kavana in his head, and with his hands, he moves his hands and he brings the fire from out there, from nothingness, from ayin, and he appears there into a yesh, and he puts it onto the wick and lights the candle. So we have over here, we have the ner, the shemen, and the psila. The ner is the fire, the shemen is the oil, and the psila is the knoit. It's the wick, which is keneged nefesh ruach neshama. The psila is the nefesh, which is the wick. We are the wick. The shemen is keneged haruach. Okay, this is the oil. It's the breath, so to speak. And the oil, the fire, is the neshama. Now, all the kavanas and everything that we were doing up until now, all the yichim that we're doing, we're still not bringing it into Welt. And as we spoke about this, we have going back from El Tishra, Mar Cheshvan, Cheshvan is where we're starting to land. We're coming in. All the oiras that we brought in, the Eish, Ruach, Mayim, and Offer, everything that we're bringing it into Offer. Now we're fully integrated. Whatever we have acquired and everything that we have, Ma'alma, Malimim, all the bintel that we were putting together, creating and all collecting everything that we collected over the Shoshunim, Kippur, and Sukkot, and we brought it into my Cheshvan. And now comes Kislev, is when we're lighting it up. We're lighting a fire here, down here in Welt. We're lighting the fire. By lighting the fire, what happens is that when we light the candles, it melts away the illusion and the block from everything that is in between my deep desire, our deep desires, and the possibility that needs to come out. This is where you're exposing everything. The way when we have a thought in Olam HaMachshava, which is a very powerful thought that all appears good, it seems to be fine. But when I'm trying to bring it in and I'm lighting it up and I'm trying to connect and make that yichud in Welt, I'm trying to create that in my work, in my relationships, and all that, it doesn't work out the way it needs to work out. There are still all types of chetzonis, all types of sparks that go sharpenal, that goes flying in all different directions, and sometimes it may seem or it appears that it's gotten worse than better. Chanukah is when we empower each and every one of us. But once again, the tzaddik, when he gives the bracha, the tzaddik is in that space, he sees everything l'tova. But Lamaisa, when you bring it in here in Olam Alma Deskasya, when you bring it in Alma Desgalia, really, and bring it into the Helam, let me not mix the two, when you bring it into the Olam of Halamas, in Shem Elikim, in Teva, yeah, he's telling me that it's all Latova, but Lamaisa, it's not Latova. Sof, there is pain, and Sof, there is needs and wants that we need, and as long as this is not met, the needs and the wants that we need and our desires, we're still in Golas. Chanukah is a time where we melt away, and it's given the permission. We have the keys are in each and every one of our hands to light the candle. You're taking your hand, you're connecting to the Koinish Elyon, which is Chesed Elyon, which is the highest level of Chesed. And from that place, it comes from such a high place that it can tolerate and it can cut through all the barriers, everything that even if the toiva that may happen right now in the L'Tevasi or L'Tevasoi, there may be that this is not supposed to happen this way. But Chanukah is a time where we can take our deepest desires and make that it should be taka that way, without any questions asked. Once again, which is, if for me to have now A and B may seem to me that it's a good thing for me, but in reality it may not be such a good thing because there's all types of cheshbonos. Chanukah with the candles that we are the Koinish Elyon and we are given the koyach of the Kohen. And by bringing in the light all the way down there, Lamata, you know what good is. You know that you need to be successful. You know that you need shefa. You know that you need to be in relationship, marriage, find the right one, and so on and so forth, to bring simcha in. Because we have the key on Chanukah. So tonight is the first night, the first candle. We also have here from Rav Nachman, which is, he talks about Chanukah is ruach. Ner Chanukah b'ramos al ruach cham shel tzaddik shel dezem is gavim connected in tzaddik gomer, which means the tzaddik has arichas anashima. He has the long breath. The tzaddik is considered has the long breath, which is ki tzaddik nikra oir. The tzaddik is ungeriefen oir, which is imri tzaddik etoiv ein toiv ela oir v'yara lekimas oir ki toiv gezeh tzaddik ki toiv gomer ki hivra shara la gomer nisha ki la toiv. And which means that as we are going in, sometimes we go into a process, we mean well, you have good intention, but by the time you get halfway through, the other side, the choshech is taken over and it's vernepelt. We go into a fog and we don't really know what's right and what's wrong, and on the contrary, we get even more confused than before we started the process. By going into the process, we get even more confused, and this is his gabras aklipis, which is part of the process. The process is that as we go up, there's this gabras aklipis, because when you start mixing the mud, the water gets murky. When you start mixing the water, the mud comes up. But by having this kashrus to the tzaddik, when a person has a minas tzaddikim, We have the long breath, which means that the person can hold his intention all the way through, cut through till the end, till number 10, and then meet again, as we spoke about, the Makav and the Pnimi. I have my deep desire, and as I go deep, 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 until I get to the other side of it, to the other side of the balloon, where it just becomes one again. The Neiris Chanukah give us the koyach to hold the breath. This is the Oir Shal Tzaddik. This is where the Tzaddik comes in, into the candles, into the light. And with that, we can cut through, so we can take, you have your intention, and whatever is in the way gives us the koyach to cut right through it. And it's not a long process. It happens in the moment. It happens when you're present in the moment, looking into the candles, connecting to the candles, and watch and observe how it opens up, the illusion melts away. So we should all have a Freilich Chanukah. A Freilich Chanukah should be Sof V'Ketz L'chol Tzedesenu, Spartus Miketz also this week, where Pari has the Chalomas, and Yosef Atzadi comes in, and he's Poiseh Cholam. He's Poiseh Cholam the way we know that a Cholam goes Acha Pesrenoi. You should go to a beloved friend to have a Pisin Cholam, or to an Elach Hayid to give a Pisin Cholam, because the way we're Poiseh the Cholam, that's what happens. So Pari has, first of all, Yosef sent Sarah Mashkin, Sarah Oifmi sent onto the tree, and Sarah Mashkin sent back to Pari. And now Pari has a cholam. He has two cholamas. And who is supposed to cholam for him? Yosef is supposed to cholam for him. Yosef Atzadik is supposed to cholam the way he wants the cholam to go. He tells him how it's going to go. And Pari has no choice but to accept, because it feels right. Because our vibration from the tzaddik's vibration, your deep desire, your innocence from the child, your desire is way stronger than what the Rasha has in mind. It's way stronger than what the Choshech has in mind. So the way you are poiser cholam, the way you set your desire, the way you are poiser your intention. Your intention is how you poiser your desire. That's how it's going to be. So we are in Paris cholam right now. But each and every one of us has the tzaddik, the yisoid is all the way down to the center line, and it goes into earth. Yosef put his 10 fingers into earth when he ran away from Potiphar, and he planted his seed. 10 fingers planted all the same midas in Mitzrayim, the depth of Mitzrayim, in earth. And from there he went into all the way down to the Bair, even deeper than that. So we have the tzaddik within us, you have the tzaddik within us, our deepest desires, our desire is the Yesoid, this is the tzaddik, and the intention is what's Poisher Cholim. And by looking into the candles, that mirrors back at us, as we know that you see, whatever you see in your child is really what you're reflecting, your reflection onto the child. So looking into the innocence, looking into the light, looking into the purity of the candles, of the Hanukkah candles, and that reflects back at us. So whatever you're looking at, if you see something you don't like, you feel something, you feel a certain anxiety, you have a fear around the solar plexus and the stomach, that is a time right now to burn that away. To be poiser that, to be poiser cholam, to cut right through it. You have the breath from the tzaddik, which is the neiris. You have the tzaddik yisod olam, which is Yosef HaTzaddik, which is poiser cholam. He was poiser cholam for Pari, the way it's going to be for us. The best ad be is goyel tzedek. And lighting the candles, you're taking the hands now, you're putting in your intention, you're lighting the candle, and you're reflecting back at you. So we should have should be a good poiser cholam, should be with the good intentions. Don't go cheap, don't fool yourself, don't undersell yourself, go all the way down to the bottom. Feil Chanukah.